before I do that because I don't want to.
On the long road to recovery,
It's not an easy transition,
it's crucial to surround yourself with support.
especially after having been so active throughout my life.
For Kirk Francis, depending on others has never been his style.
It's hard to be on the receiving end rather than on the giving end.
The man who spent his life protecting others
Serving as a special agent for the FBI.
never felt that he could be vulnerable like he is now.
I think if you let it get to you, it can be kind of depressing. I try to focus on not what I can't do, but what I can do.
What he can do
Yeah, that's about right.
comes with help from his wife, Delene.
And I think that's where I gain a lot of strength. That's from all these good people.
And when they're both needing lifting,
There you go.
their neighbor down the street
Oh, I'm glad you're here, Greg.
steps up.
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're here, Kurt.
Me too.
You're a good man.
Kirk is here today because Greg Fry was there for him.
And I really truly think that had it not been for his efforts, I wouldn't be alive today.
Kirk may have lost all memory of the accident that put him in this chair, but Greg,
Yeah, for sure.
he has it.
Just, I will never forget that. Those sights and sounds were horrible.
The two were on this stretch of I-15 last July, riding back from a motorcycle trip, when Kirk suddenly saw the semi brake in front of him.
The sounds of his bike hitting, because then I lose sight of him, but I can still hear the car screeching, praying that he doesn't get run over.
Greg did CPR on Kirk, keeping him alive until paramedics rushed him to the hospital, where it soon became clear that the path forward would be one that Kirk's never rode before.
Oh, there we go. One of these days I hope to be able to scratch my own face.
A grim diagnosis that would be hard for anyone to see happen to their friend.
It's with me, always.
But even this couldn't have prepared Greg
Their accidents were 5 days apart. So
for what happened next.
it's still very heavy on my mind.
4 teens were in that car that police say was hit by a drunk driver.
Another accident hit even closer to home.
One 17-year-old girl was paralyzed from her waist down and had to have her legs amputated.
My focus since July has been on Sarah.
Sarah is Greg's youngest daughter, who at just 18 years old, despite the loss of her legs, hasn't lost her smile.
I don't normally look at the negative side.
And it's that smile that made all the difference for her neighbor that maybe sometimes forgot his.
We were 2 doors down in the hospital,
She is always smiling. It just shines through.
and I remember his eyes got all watery when he saw me.
Who better for Sarah's positivity to rub off on than a family friend just 4 houses down, both sharing a similar struggle.
We're kind of buddies, I think, in a lot of respects.
Buddies
Hi!
who almost a year after their injuries can get together
So how you doing, kiddo?
Good, how are you?
for some collective healing.
One of the only houses I can get into. It was comforting having someone else to relate to so well.
Together, the two families are taking it one day at a time.
Time and friends and family will heal a lot of wounds.
You're an inspiration.
Thanks.
Lifting each other up
Well, I look up to you so much.
with a touch of neighborly love.
The trials that we have strengthen those bonds with each other.
In Syracuse, Morgan Wolf, KSL 5 News.